Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at how we use each and every in English. Let's go to the intro. Now, today's lesson is looking at how we use each and every in English. And I'll show you firstly how we use each, secondly, every, and thirdly, when we can use each or every, and more or less, it's a similar meaning, okay? So, firstly, we'll look at each, and we can see here that each means a number of people or things considered separately. Now, each can be used as a determiner or an adjective, according to which grammar reference you look at, and it can be used as a pronoun and also an adverb. So there's three ways that we can use each, but the key thing is that we're talking about a number of people or things considered separately. Okay, separately is the key. So, some examples. Treat each day as if it were your last. Treat each day as if it were your last. Second example, there are three men, each speaks a different language, okay? Next example, I took each of the dogs for a walk separately. She has 5 brothers, she speaks to each of them regularly. I bought 3 hot dogs, they each cost $2, or the hot dogs cost $2 each. Now, in this example here, for example, each is being used as an adjective or a determiner, as I said before. And in this example here, or here as well, it's being used as a pronoun. And finally, here, it's being used as an adverb. Okay, so it gets a little bit confusing when we think of it that way. But basically, treat each day as if it were your last. There are 3 men, each speaks a different language. Now, we use each here with singular nouns and singular verbs, okay? The verb normally is in the singular form, okay? So, for example, there are 3 men, each speaks a different language, so it's singular, okay? Treat every day as if it were your last, all right? So singular nouns, singular verbs with each. And remember, using them as the adjective, determiner, pronoun, or adverb in this last example, okay? So we're thinking of things separately, okay? So for example, each of the 3 men, the separate men, okay? The dogs, separately, each of the dogs. So I took 1 dog, then the second dog, then the third dog, then the 4th dog, separately for walks, okay? 5 brothers, she speaks to each of them regularly. So she speaks to one, then she speaks to the other, then to the other, then the other, okay? So the idea is that we're doing things, considering things or people here separately. That's the key to each. Now, every refers to a group as a whole. Now, every is only used as an adjective or determiner, all right? It's not used as a pronoun. So, I work every day except Saturday. Every computer is broken at the moment. Everybody is waiting in the lounge. Now, everybody is not a determiner here, but I put this here to highlight the use of the singular verb, okay? Everybody is waiting, and he works practically every single day, okay? So we're thinking of the group here as a whole. So I work every day, so every day. Every computer, okay? Every computer. All of the computers, every computer. Everybody, every person, everybody, okay? And he works practically every single day, or he works practically every day. Now, in this example here, when we have a verb adverb structure, and we use an adverb like practically, nearly, almost, etc., we can only use every. We can't use each. So keep that in mind as well. So he works almost every day. He works practically every single day. He works nearly every day. So only every after the adverb. Now the difficult part comes when we use each or every and it's more or less similar. The general rule is that each is for 2 or more and every is for 3 or more. Now that sounds a little bit strange, but more or less it's the way it's used, okay? So, I work more and more each or every year, okay? No difference. Each and every time I called, he was busy. So we can use each or every there more or less interchangeably without any difference. But there is a small difference in the next 2 examples. So let's have a look. He had a different sock on each foot, and she had a ring on every finger. Now, here we need to apply the each for 2 or more and every for 3 or more, okay? So, he had a different sock on each foot. How many feet do we have? We have 2. So 1 sock, 2 socks, okay? 2 or more. And she had a ring on every finger. Well, obviously we have more than 2 fingers, so we use the 3 or more rule here. Now this starts to get complicated because we can't say he had a different sock on every foot, okay? We can't say every foot, but we can say here each finger if we think of the fingers separately, okay? So if we think of the fingers separately, we can say she had a ring on each finger. Now, thank you very much for watching the lesson. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the section below. Remember to share the video on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest. Share it up on social media. I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a good day. Bye.